All right, if you watch my last video um, about updating the Sony A7 IV from 5.01 to 6.01, you might have thought audio meters and storage info were already there. So what is this guy and Sony, for that matter, even talking about? Yeah, fair question. Because this is where Sony's warden makes the feel like they added a brand new feature when in reality they just changed the behavior and the way it shows up while you're recording anything. So let me make it super clean for you. Audio levels on screen during recording. Right, on firmware 5.01, you could absolutely have audio meters, but it was more like a setting. You know, you could turn it on or off depending on your display layout and what you like to see on a screen. Meaning it was possible to end up recording without seeing your audio levels. Sometimes by choice, sometimes maybe even by accident, or sometimes just because of the display mode you're using. So what Sony actually changed in 6.01, it's basically this. During movie recording, audio levels are meant to stay visible, as in you do not have to think about it. You do not have to worry about hiding it or with a display layout or whatever. You hit the record and you see always the audio. So no, it's not that Sony invented audio meters in 2026 or something like that. The change is that they're now treated like an essential information that stays up while recording. Right, dual card remaining capacity while recording. And this one, it's pretty much the same, similar. On 5.01, you could check remaining time or space, but you were usually seeing the active card, or you had to check it in a more like a manual way before rolling. What Sony added in 6.01 is specifically about dual card workflows. If you're doing simultaneous recording or relay recording, the camera can show remaining capacity for both cards while you are recording. And that's the part that actually matters. You know, both cards during recording, in the moment when you can actually get burned. Because the stuff that ruins work, it's never the dramatic stuff, like the camera breaking half or something like that. It's the quiet stuff. Audio looks fine. You get home and realize it was clipping or too low. Storage looks fine. Then you hit a moment that matters and the card fills up. And yeah, I know, with auto switch media on, the camera is supposed to roll over and keep recording on the second card when the first one fills up. And even if you were doing simultaneous recording, at that point, it's basically forced into single card recording because one card is full. You already know that. We both know that. But I'm telling you, this happened to me twice. It did continue on the second card. Perfect. That's what it's supposed to do. But there was kind of like a gap. Like the camera paused for a couple seconds while switching and then kept going. I don't have a clean explanation for this. Maybe it's a file, it's file closing and starting a new clip. Maybe card speed, not in my case, uh, or maybe something else. If you actually know why that happens, just drop me a comment below because that little gap can matters a lot in real life. Like imagine you, I don't know, like taping an interview or like a first dance at a wedding. It's a big deal. So Sony's basically forcing the camera to show you those two things more consistently. That is the real upgrade. Um, Quick connection to my main firmware video. And by the way, this is the same reason I said do not treat firmware's update like a casual update, like you're updating your inside an app. Sony literally had that 6.00 situation. I would love for you to watch the video. I'm putting the link below, where some cameras were rebooting and acting unstable after updating. That happened to my wife in the middle of a wedding. Not fun at all. Not acceptable. So yes, 6.01 is the fixed version, and it brings real improvements. But the way you update matters just as much as what the actual update contains. If you did not watch that main breakdown video, go ahead and watch it right now. I got through every upgrade from 5.01 to 6.01, and this one is just to clear up the confusion so nobody feels like Sony's selling you something you already had. All right, hope I close it up. If you want me to test this on screen, after updating, like showing you exactly what disappears from the menu and what stays on screen during recording, just let me know. Yeah, tell me in the comments below, and I will definitely do it. All right, this is Rembert. Hit the like button if you like it. Go ahead and subscribe. Really appreciate it. If you want to, and I will see you. I will see you soon.